The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Drake London. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
19 right.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Covered. Closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard. Bring up fourth. In motion left goes Cooks. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, what a grab. That's Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Texans at 10-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be complete to Mechie. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him, kicking it from a long distance.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. This ball caught by Mechie. And they'll get this down to the 10. run here with Pierce. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And some room to run now. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 14. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He gets this one to Mechie. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
In motion comes the tight end left. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This pass into the hands of Green going across the middle. Now the Texans have burned the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught downfield by Mechie. On the move past the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On first down, going back to Patterson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Patterson again. It's a room to maneuver. Ooh, the juke. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got it. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Green, 75 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. The point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
19. Hey, pass.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's King. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Give to Pierce now on the option. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Now back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught. It's James Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They'll look to throw again. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go.
Second and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw here. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Let's go now.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Third down, here's Patterson. Room here to run. Cordero Patterson. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll run with Patterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Pierce on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of Cooks. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll look to throw. This ball caught by Mechie. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. Is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to the ground with Pierce. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
2nd and 3. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
18
He'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Straight ahead, Patterson shifts by him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Well, Carter, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for Houston, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year.